All right, so I'm going to try to show, make sure we're clear on what the difference is between learned and mastered, because you'll hear those terms a lot. In our diagram here, or in our actual course, you'll see that over here, 118 of 298 topics. I'm going to slide this over a little bit. I'm going to use a Zeit board just to kind of identify or make sure we're clear on the difference between these things. Actually, I'll just go ahead and use the whole page. When we first start off, we need to make sure that we are clear with the idea of there being a number of topics in every course you take in ALEKS. All right. Our goal is to get to the point where all of those topics are mastered. Now, to get there, you have to do one extra step. So if I start working on the topic, say 3 topics, and I get 3 in a row, then those topics go to the bucket that we call learned. I have learned 3 topics. If I get 3 in a row here, I get 3 in a row here, and I get 3 in a row here, all 3 of those topics will go into my learned bucket. I have learned 3 topics. All right. Now, the only way to go from learned to mastered, the only way to go from here to here is for us to actually do what we call a knowledge check. So you need to do a knowledge check in order to go from learned topics to topics that are mastered. So when you do a knowledge check, it can happen one of 2 ways. It can be a progress knowledge check. And that comes to you automatically, depending on how much work you do in ALEKS. Or I can just flat out assign one. It's a scheduled knowledge check. That's from me. Either way, if you do a knowledge check, say you do a topic during this knowledge check, and you get it correct, you get it right, then it will go in the mastered bucket. If you do a topic and you end up getting it wrong, it will not go to the mastered. It will, in fact, go back up to your original topics thing. So it'll recycle that topic, because even though you said you learned it, you didn't show mastery of it. So we have to put it back in the cycle to make sure that you can work with it. Our goal is to get here. We want to master all the topics in the class, or at least 80% of them in most cases. All right, so that's the difference. When I ask you to go do some work in ALEKS, it's probably going to be go learn some topics. Now, if you work in ALEKS on your own and you go through and go through and go through, you'll put in enough time and enough topics learned that it will give you automatically a progress check. Now, I may say periodically, you know what, everybody, we're going to do a scheduled knowledge check. Whether it is a progress check or it is the scheduled knowledge check, if you get them right, it'll go into your mastered bucket. That's our goal.